Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's that time. It's Bits and Bytes. It's the United States edition. What week is it? I forgot even what week it is. What week we got? 16? What we got? Check it. Week 16. Oh, my God. That's right. Week 16. We're doing 50 states, 50 weeks. Week 16, where's that put us? What does that even mean? What does week 16 mean to you? What do you think this is? What does that mean? I know what it means. Week 16 means Kansas. There it is, Kansas. We're not in Kansas anymore. Actually, we are. Terrible use of that phrase. Welcome, everybody, to Bits and Bytes. We're live, right? Holy shit. All right, good production. Here we are, Bits and Bytes Live, Kansas. Look, we got the flag like we usually do. I haven't even looked at it yet. Let's take a peek. Can we pull up this flag again? What is this? Can we look at this again? What is this flag? Ah, shit, I got the word on it. See, it's one of these word flags that has the name on it, and then I put the name on it for the title, and, well, shit, it's back. Well, it says Kansas. They're really letting you know where you are. Believe it or not, they're farming on there. And it says Ad Astra something. Per aspera. What's that mean, Google? Google. The flag contains the state seal of Kansas. The word Kansas in yellow, a sunflower, and a yellow and blue bar. Okay, that doesn't mean anything to me. What's the friggin' words mean? Ad astra per aspera, translated to the stars through difficulties. How difficult are things out in Kansas? It must be pretty hard. I guess we'll get into that, won't we? Welcome to Kansas! To the stars through difficulties. 34 stars representing the fact that it's the 34th state of our union. Let's pull up them bad boy fast fact hitters. It's nicknamed the Sunflower State. Okay. Oh, let's take that off. There you go. Nicknamed the Sunflower State. Oh, clever, because their state flower is the sunflower. Statehood in 1861. It was the 34th state of our union. Welcome. We love you, Kansas. Maybe. Population as of July 2015, just about 3 milli. The capital's Topeka. The biggest city's Wichita. Those are the only two cities I think I've ever heard of. Abbreviation is KS. Gz. State bird. It's the old western meadowlark. Everyone knows what the western meadowlark looks like, don't we? There it is. Look at that guy. Per usual, looking like a dinosaur. It's cool, though. The western meadowlark, and then the state flowers, the sunflower. We all love sunflowers. Sunflower's a beautiful flower. Arguably, the nicest flower yet of all the states. Yeah? No? Your thoughts? Yes, actually, your thoughts. We're taking phone calls. Because the guests are great again in Kansas. The Midwest, you're great on guests. You're so great, we're making sure the phones work. 843 Rebel TV, 843 Rebel TV, testing. Looks like the phone lines are open. Serious calls only to the hotline. We're taking calls only from people from Kansas. Seriously. Only Kansas people. All right? Serious phone calls only. Let's get into Kansas a little bit. We got the facts out here. I lost my pen. I mean, there's not a lot of facts. There's not a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. I mean, just bring it down a little bit. Music's a little blaring in the heads. In the cans, as we say in the biz. So, Kansas is, it's the Midwest, man. It's out there. Can we pull up the map? There it is. Give me the big boy map. I mean, Kansas is dead in the center of this state. I mean, center of this country. I mean, this is literally the middle. When we talk about, I don't know, when they talk about the bread belt, the bread basket, what is it? That's the middle. You throw a dart, that's the bullseye. Kansas is the bullseye of the United States, and we're here to take it on. All right, what's around it? Nebraska to the north, Oklahoma to the south, Missouri to the east, and Colorado to the west. That's about it. Now, the thing with Kansas, when you start looking into it, I'm not going to lie, it's confusing as shit, all right? Because everything you look and search for when you're talking about Kansas, everything comes up Kansas City. And you go, oh, okay, Kansas City. Of course. Why wouldn't it? Kansas, Kansas City. But if you go back to what we were just talking about, in Kansas, the biggest city is Wichita and the capital's Topeka. Why is that? Because Kansas City isn't really even in Kansas. This is the most absurd shit that I've heard in a state so far. I don't understand how they get away with this. I don't understand how they let Missouri keep Kansas City. It might have had something to do with John Brown, the big abolitionist bad boy back in the day, the slavery fights and all that shit. I'm not sure. And I certainly didn't get to the bottom of it. And we're certainly not going to get to the bottom of it now. But it's goddamn confusing. Kansas City, you go barbecue. Billy, what are you going to be doing? Barbecue? That's cool. You're going to get into food and drink at Kansas? You're going to get into some barbecue, crush some beers? No. The state of Kansas just is not into that. It's not what they do. The state of Kansas does not delve in Kansas City barbecue. Because Kansas City, if we zoom in, enhance, we can see that Kansas City actually rides the line of Kansas on the east, or the west rather, and Missouri on the east. The hell can you name me another state that sits on the middle of a state line and is shared between two states? Not only that, the majority of said city is in the opposite state that it's named after. We have to assume Kansas City is named after Kansas. Is this a safe assumption? We need a historian. This would be a great time to have a Kansas City guest on. But guess what? Everyone in the Midwest doesn't like to answer phone calls, emails, talk. All they want to do is wake up with the sun, farm, and, make pork sandwiches, apparently. They love pork tenderloin. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm happy to get out. We're doing this show alphabetically. Let's not forget. So the last couple runs were all I. We've broken out of the I states. Fantastic. Iowa's gone. Illinois is gone. Indiana's gone. I think there was another one. I don't even remember them. Sorry, other state. Was there? Should check that. Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa. It's a lot of states. They're all the guests were great. It's fun. Compare. I guess we come out hot. California was out there. We're talking to Georgia. We're talking to these hot states, Florida, Hawaii. And then you hit these states. It's just like, I don't know, man. America's big. I think that's what we're learning here. At the end of the 50 weeks when we do our final show, we're going to realize America's big and there's a lot of in the middle. But speaking of the middle, why is so much echo? Why is there echo? I hear it. I'm not nuts. I hear it every goddamn time. Anyway, Kansas is right in the center of it all, okay? And it shares slutty Kansas City with Missouri, its neighbor. It makes no goddamn sense to me. We're going to have to make some phone calls to people in Kansas City and find out what's going on. We did it last week. We cold called some places for the Made Right. We're going to cold call some places in Kansas tonight. I reached out to some people. We have some things. We have some food and drink, though. So let's get into some food and drink. We'll pose the questions. Where's my pen? I lost a pen. Here we go. Question 1. I gotta write this so when we get there, we know. What the fuck is with KC being shared? Question mark. This might be a long show. Buckle up, kids. All right, first things first. Again, searching for booze in Kansas was very difficult. I was looking for a drink, a soda, anything. Every state is booze because it seems to be the easiest thing to find. God forbid Kansas made a soda or some state made a soda. Now, one of the states did make a soda, didn't they? They did. That brings us to Union Horse Distilling Company. Union Horse Distilling Company. Tell us a little bit about your story. Look. Friends, family, Kansas folk. Midwest whiskey, born and raised. Let's see what's going on here. You know what? Let's go the abbreviated version. Let's be fair. Let's look at this nice picture of these Kansasians. Let's get right to it. Here it is. I had two options. It was the rye or the burbs, and we went with the rye because your boy's a rye boy. This is Reunion Straight Rye Whiskey. Small batch, 46.5 alcohol by volume, 750, 93 proof. Reunion Straight Rye Whiskey is a small batch, 100% rye whiskey from Union Horse Distilling Company, handcrafted from the finest quality rye in our copper pot still. Then, aged to perfection in our signature oak barrels. Reunion unites smooth, complex notes of butterscotch, caramel, ginger, and cinnamon spice. Pour a glass, take a sip, and soak in what it means to be together. That's my ad. I wasn't paid either. I did that. That was for free, Union Horse. This shit better not suck. Look at this picture, though. I mean, it really does. I'll tell you what, the branding's on point. The last line, take a sip, soak in what it means to be together. I mean, that looks like what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hang out with my boys, sip on some bourbons from the Union Horse. All right, so we're just going to get into it. It's over 2 years old, distilled, aged, and bottled by Union Horse Distilling Company in Lennox, Kansas. So this is actually from Kansas. It was hard to find something. Let's see if we could find it. Pull up Union Horse. Let's see where it is on the map. Maybe we'll give them a call. There they are. Okay. Where is this in the grand scope? Let's get it going. I didn't eat or drink anything today. Why not? Let's try it neat first, shall we? We can see this, right? All right, let's get in there. A little glug glug. A little Sunday glug. Cheers, everybody. Let's get in here. Well, smells like a rye. Smells like a bourbon, actually. Smells very sweet. Smells good. Getting a little bit of that cinnamon in there. Some of them cinnamon vibes are real. It's a little hot. It's a higher booze. What we say it was 93 proof. I get the butterscotch. I get a little bit of ginger with the spice in there. I get it. Oaky. Tasty. It's a good way to start the day. Union Horse Distilling Company. Are you open? Because I'll call you. This is what the show's become. Prank calling. Close call. Close today. Cool. Want to call their neighbor and see if they're dicks? No, just kidding. Hi, is Union Horse Distilling good neighbors? Tango Bites Empanadas. Well, they're open. No, they're closed too. Was Kansas closed on Sunday? They are a Bible Belt kind of zone. Anyway, this is delicious. Let's get some ice in there. Hit me with a cube. So, it's in Kansas City. As you can see, it rides the line per usual, like a lot of this stuff does. It's in the southwest corner of Kansas City. I don't know anything about Kansas City. I feel like I've been to the airport for like 20 minutes on a layover. That's about all I got. And then Topeka is right outside Kansas City to the west. And then they have a town called Manhattan. Like, what the hell are you guys doing out there? Manhattan? I know these were named after, like, Indian fucking, villages and people we killed off and stuff. Like, that's why we got Manhattan over there and all that. And the mid, I get it. But, like, I don't think you're allowed to be Manhattan out in the middle of Kansas, right, literally in the middle of the country. I don't think you get to do that. Colby, that's more like a town I expect out here. Brewster, that's more like a town I expect out here. What else we got? Healy, that sounds right. Ness City, these are all the town names that I would expect from Kansas. Hill City, I doubt that. Here's the Pancake State. Kansas apparently is one of the flattest states there is. It's a super flat state. It's also home of the real windy city, Dodge City, Kansas. Apparently it has the highest wind speed that clocks in at about 14 miles an hour on average. Wow! I'm blown away with excitement for Kansas. I know you could feel it. Yeah, so what we said, there's 3 million people. Kansas is a big part of the Civil War. Slavery fights were going on there. What's his name? John Brown was a big thing. Yeah, maybe we get into that. Kansas got its name from Native Americans. They have an official state bug. They have a state reptile, which is an ornate box turtle. I don't know what that's about. But it's there. So Union Horse, let's see what the spirit's about. Let's go a little bit deeper on this. This is super tasty rye. I'm not going to lie. This is good. I don't think they use any kind of like decisively Kansas ingredients here, which kind of makes me sad. But I couldn't find anything. I mean, they grow a bunch of shit out there. Someone's probably making some kind of moonshine in their shed. But I didn't find that guy. I don't know where they are. Same thing here. Same description, it looks like. Each bottle is hand-numbered and signed by master distiller and co-founder Patrick Garcia. Thank you, Patrick Garcia. Fantastic. Bottle icon, as you can tell, there's a horse in the back. Our bold and restless family horse Steel. 93 points in tastings.com. Silver medal, some Spirits San Francisco World thing. And Ultimate Spirits Challenge 94. Cool. Recipe for a drink we're not going to make? Cool. All right, well, this is good. Tastes like a rye, better than expected. Thanks, Kansas. Well done. Moving forward, what else do we have here? Heritage Foods, a great company. There's a great company called Heritage Foods that it's a great. They essentially collect great ranches and farmers and stuff like that around the country, and put together a great collective to purchase super high quality heritage, as the name implies, branded foods, real deal, legit products of real heritage stock. So Heritage Foods, when I was searching, I've gotten stuff from them before. They have they do business with a guy named Frank Reese, who runs Good Shepherd Poultry Ranch, and he's all about, pull that shit up. Good Shepherd Poultry Ranch is Frank Reese is all about preserving like turkey breeds, like original turkey breeds, bisons and shit like that. They're poultry. I don't say bison. I saw a picture of it. I'm ranting. I mean, you could read this. Frank Reese in the 70s, it says, is the last remaining breeder of certified standard-bred poultry for commercial food production in the United States, period. If we do not preserve his legacy, these birds will disappear. So he's doing the good work. I tried to get this guy on the phone. He was very busy. He's a busy man. So I would call him and try to butt in on his business, but I'm not going to do that. I already reached out to him. He's doing good work. He's trying to keep these real deal poultry breeds available to eat. It's all legit, antibiotic free poultry, free range, all that good stuff. I mean, look, he's got, Meet the Birds, Bourbon Red. He's got all his breeds up here. I'll tell you about the breeds, the kind of turkeys he's got, chickens he's got, and shit like that. What breed turkey did we get? That's a great question. We got some 100% unadulterated ground turkey from Good Shepherd Conservatory. Made a 6-ounce patty, simply grilled it up, salt, char, wrapped it up, and it's sitting right here with some pics. Seems like the right thing to do. Is my knife down here? No, of course not. Why would it be? Why would we be prepared? Anyway, so we have the legit Kansas-grown poultry, made a burger. We're going to get into that. Why a burger? I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, let's just get into it. Let's take a bite. I'm really excited to try this turkey. Be honest with you. If I could show you what it looks like, it probably looks unappetizing if I had to guess. Because it's just a salted patty. Let's see. Do I have, is this camera up? This camera's broke? Well, it's looking good. We're doing great. Okay, so anyway, it's a turkey patty. It looks like a turkey patty. I mean, it looks just like you think, but I got a nice char on it. I salted it heavily. And I haven't tried it yet. Hopefully it retained a little bit of juiciness. Turkey does dry out pretty quickly. I literally did nothing to it. I just wanted to try the unadulterated turkey, as Frank Reese would intend. Juicy and delicious. Now, I must say, I don't eat a lot of turkey burgers, but I have eaten turkey burgers. They're usually dry, thin, and weak. Now, I did make this patty, so I made it, like a 6-ounce patty like I like. Super flavorful for just having salt on it. Again, I'm not here to sell this guy's product, but you should support a guy who's really going out of the way to keep alive heritage breed turkeys. That's really an American kind of poultry thing. It's all about America here, America. And this guy Frank Reese is doing the work. 100% pasture raised, 100% antibiotic free, best tasting and oldest line of turkey that's been around in America. And this is the ground turkey that I bought from Heritage Foods. Shout out to heritagefoods.com. That's really good. Nothing like some Kansas. Sorry, chewing. Very rude. Nothing like some Kansas-made turkey, heritage-rated turkey. Shocking that Kansas is the state that's pioneering keeping legit turkey breeds alive in this country. You would think some other states would be on that. And some Kansas rye. Beautiful. Cheers. So here it is. The Good Shepherd Conservatory has identified 10 breeds of chickens and turkeys that are the most important to the preservation of standard bred poultry production. Our efforts will increase the numbers of these breeds to 100,000 plus certified standard bred animals located on dozens of farms throughout the United States. This initial push will lift the breeds out of endangered status and build a solid foundation from which to rebuild biodiversity, genetic health, and welfare back in the American poultry system. This guy's doing great work. If you're not supporting this, I don't know what you're doing. You can't eat meat and not support this kind of shit. So do me a favor. I didn't even want to do this as like an ad, but go to heritagefoods.com or go right to goodshepherdconservatory.org. You can't buy it from him, though. Go to heritagefoods.com, buy some of this turkey and poultry from him, from Heritage Foods. He's got some other stuff there. You know, it's definitely not cheap, but this is some fantastic turkey, and you're doing good work and supporting Frank Reese, his mission of keeping American poultry alive, and you're supporting, ethical, real deal, standard bred poultry and eating meat. If you're gonna eat meat, eat good meat. Don't eat fucking bullshit factory farm meat. Eat the good shit. Like me. That's really good. I'm not lying. Good job, Frankie. Why a burger, though? I mean, I could have done 100 different things in Kansas. Someone told me that Stroud's, which is like it's a restaurant out in Kansas. I don't know if there's one or two. I guess there's one. Apparently, Kansas is big into fried chicken, just like every other Midwestern state. We like fried chicken and fried pork tenderloin sandwiches. I don't understand how all these states have the same shit. Really unoriginal, and I'm not gonna lie, quite un-American. And mildly disappointing. Shroud's chicken would be my last meal, says Simon Majumdar. I can't pronounce his last name ever. That guy's great, though. Let's call Shroud's. Let's ask him what Kansas fried chicken's all about. We said we weren't going to call restaurants, right? Nah, fuck it. We'll call them. Are they open? Yeah. All right. Pull them up. Let's see how this goes. This should go well. No. Get back. Copy. Pasty. All right, let's call him. I don't even know what the hell I'm going to ask him. I'm just going to go for it.
Thank you for calling Stroud's in Overland Park.
You're welcome.
To place an online order, please go to stroudsrestaurant.com, Overland Park. To place a to-go order, press line 1. To let us know you're here for your curbside pickup, press line 2. To speak to a member of our team, press line 3. To order catering, press line 4.
Let's see how nice Kansas people are. Oh boy, I have no questions. Oh, where's the question we wrote down? Where is Stroud's? I don't even know. We should have done some research. Shit. Stroud's.
Thanks for calling Stroud's in Overland Park. This is Mike. How may I help you?
How you doing, Mike? I'm doing a show on Kansas, and I just had a couple questions about Stroud's. They say you got the best Kansas.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a lunch rush right now.
Oh.
You can call back. Yeah.
Absolutely, buddy.
All right, bye.
Guys, see, I said we weren't going to call any fucking restaurants, you idiots. Don't call a restaurant. That's just rude. I feel bad now. Sorry, guy. He'll be right. He'll get over it. I was just like, no, dude. I got a lunch rush. Don't fucking call me. Ask me questions. Kansas. All right. So Defiance Brewing is out there. I've had their beers before. Very good stuff. We can call them. Breweries are always fun to call. But before we call, so Kansas Fried Chicken's a thing, right? And I wanted to do a whole episode on this little unique PDF that I found. So this PDF I found, pull it up. It's called Food in Kansas. Now, I feel like I should take a seat because there's a lot of content here. There's a lot of action going on in here. Number one, I don't know what this picture is. I don't know what the point of any of this is. But it's a cookbook for young Kansans with historical and nutritional information. Sponsored by the Kansas Historical Society. Buckle up for the next hour. 50 pages. Let's go. This cookbook was originally produced in 1986 with funds from the Nutritional Education and Training Program / School Food Service Section / Kansas State Department of Education and was prepared by the Kansas Historical Society. A bunch of acknowledgments, blah, 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 blah. And then the table of contents. At this point, I was almost done with this. I thought this was going to be garbage. I'm going to continue to eat this pickle. But there's Indian recipes, early settler recipes, foods of the soldiers and officers in the 1860s, 70s, and 80s. It's interesting. So let's just go for it. Food in Kansas, from Indian jerky made of dried buffalo meat to fast food hamburgers that began in Wichita. Eating in Kansas has changed. That's right. We can't go any further without saying that everyone's beloved, there's another reason we made the burger. Everyone's beloved White Castle originated in Kansas. That's right. White Castle started in Kansas, in case you didn't know. 10 original sliders at $5.99. Wow, that sounds healthy. I almost bought a box of these and was going to make them and eat them, and then I realized that's a terrible idea. And I did the right thing for humanity and bought the turkey from Frank Reese, supported American farmers and supported heritage turkey breeds, and made it myself. So, for lack of a better term, go fuck, White Castle. We're not putting you on the show unless you pay me. Back to food in Kansas. This cookbook contains recipes from different times in Kansas past. It's very interesting. As you use this book, you will learn about the history of Kansas, a great food-producing state. Buckle up! This is what we're looking for. Good nutrition has always been necessary to human life. People have known for a long time that what they eat is important to their health. Blah, 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 nutritional science, blah, 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 vitamin wheel. They just fucking veer off a little bit here. Let's be fair. 20 recipes from different periods of time in Kansas history evaluated for present-day healthy eating. I don't know what this weird... Then they have this, like, grid. These healthy eating concepts are stressed for each recipe. Anytime foods are 1, tasty, 2, dense in 4 or more nutrients, 3, dense in fiber. Sometimes foods are 1, tasty, 2, dense in 4 or more nutrients or fiber. Few times foods are tasty but not dense in 4 or more nutrients or fiber. I don't know what you're doing out there with your education system, Kansas. Like, we need to break this down in a cookbook, but, you know, whatever. And then they break down all the nutrients and what it's good for, I guess. Look, vitamin C is a nutrient in food that helps heal cuts. How informative. Damn, that turkey's really good. I'm not going to lie. That turkey is goddamn fantastic. Okay, so then they go into this. I don't know if you can see it. Then they go into this, you know, food choice guidelines. What's an anytime food? You know, foods of the Plains Indians. Early people used these bone tools to plant and harvest crops on the plains. I feel like I'm in a bad museum. The outside part of the buffalo horn was heated and shaped into dippers and spoons. A buffalo horn spoon can be seen at the Kansas Museum of History. Okay. Or right here on this great PDF. Clay pots were used to store dried corn and beans that were also used for cooking. After Indian traders came to the plains, iron and brass pots were used for cooking. This pot is on exhibit at the Kansas Museum of History. This is just a commercial for the Kansas Museum of History, I think. So then they go into jerky. They tell you a little bit about jerky. They tell you that people learn from the Indians how to prepare jerky. We get it. That's fine. We know. We dry it out. 4 or 5 hours, whatever. We'll critique the recipe. We don't need to do that. They go into pemmican, which is similar to jerky, but it's dried meat that's pounded really fine, like a thing. Then they go into some other recipes here, which, well, let's be honest, are a little bit questionable. Corn and bean soup. Indians ate more than buffalo. Apparently not. Didn't they eat enough that made them almost extinct? For hundreds of years before explorers from Europe and America came into this land and stole it, native peoples cultivated gardens along river bottoms. These Indians often cooked their vegetables they grew with meat from the buffalo they hunted. Thomas Say, a scientist exploring Kansas, that must have been a hard sell to the parents, wrote of eating corn soup prepared by the Kansas Indians in 1820. A note from Thomas Say. This is Thomas Say talking about corn and bean soup in the 1820s. Jesus Christ. They commonly place before us a sort of soup composed of maize boiled in water and enriched with a few slices of bison meat, grease, and some beans. And to suit it to our palates, it was generally seasoned with rock salt, which is procured near the Arkansas River. I'm assuming that's how he talked. Corn and bean soup. And then they just tell you buy a bunch of dried shit, throw a piece of ham in there, throw some water on it, cook it till it's done. Great. Pumpkin mat. Pumpkins were the garden vegetables grown along the riverbanks. Pieces of the mats were torn off as needed to flavor soups. They would essentially make what appears to be flattened, dried pumpkin. Real exciting shit, Kansas. There it is. Look at that pumpkin mat. Woven pumpkin mats hang on a wood drying rack at the Wichita Indian exhibit at, you guessed it, the Kansas Museum of History. So now they go into the foods of the early settlers from the 1850 to 1870, which is interesting. In 1854, people from states settled earlier arrived to make new homes. They came with pots and pans and ideas of what foods they like. Place settings. How exciting. Johnny cakes. Children learn to cook by watching their mothers. Recipes were not written down, or if written, measurements were not exact. A pioneer recipe for Johnny cake was 3 handfuls of cornmeal, 1 handful of flour, pinch of salt, and boiling water to make a smooth batter. Bake on an iron skillet until brown. When Miriam Davis Colt came to Kansas in 1856, she wrote about food. Quote, "It is the same simple dishes right over and over again. Hominy, Johnny cake, graham pudding, some white bread, now and then stewed apple, a little rice, and tea occasionally for the old people." If that doesn't sum up the Midwest, I don't know really what does. Good job, Miriam Davis Colt. All right, then they give you a bad recipe for Johnny cakes. Moving on. Popcorn is another food of the Indians that had been enjoyed for over 5,000 years. Wow! Today, Kansas, that's right, kids, buckle up. 5 states in a row claim to be the top popcorn-producing state of the Union. Cheers to that. Americans eat an average of 42 quarts of popcorn per person per year. Popcorn was a treat for early Kansas settlers as well. Sarah Everett wrote in 1860, "I've done up my supper work, browned and ground coffee for breakfast, and popped some corn for the children." Wow, what an amazing quote. I hope they don't tell us how to make coffee. Popcorn. You need popcorn. Wow, really fucking going for it. All right. In case you didn't notice, I busted out some popcorn, fresh from Kansas. Great. Plums! You would think popcorn and plums would be on this fucking flag. or pork or fried chicken or turkey or something. No. Oh, there is some bison on there. Good research. There's been an unusual amount of wild fruit in the woods here this season. I dried a flour sack 2/3 full of plums after they were stewed and the pits taken out. Have, besides now, about 4 gallons of plum sauce. Wow. Sarah Everett made 4 gallons of plum sauce. The hell you do with plum sauce? She mean jelly? Oh, plum sugo? What are you doing there? Cook that shit down. All right, moving on. Plums. I didn't know Kansas grew plums. We Google that. Kansas plums? What'd that look like? I'm not buying that. Kansas Forest Service. Yeah, there you go. Sandhill plums. American plum. Kansas Forest Service. All right, apparently plums are big out there. Look at this. Who knew? I'm learning with you. Eat your popcorn. I'm not reading about a plum tree. Get out of here. I guess it's true. They grow great. Gingerbread. We're really skipping ahead here. We got a gingerbread recipe from Kansas from the fucking 1850s. I mean, what are we going to do with this? Are we going to cook this and say this is from Kansas? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to eat popcorn again because every goddamn Midwestern state for the past 5 weeks claims popcorn is theirs. So look at that. We're back, guys. You're not selling me, Midwest. I do like this section, though. Foods of soldiers and officers in the 1860s. In a letter of April 23rd, 1867, Captain Albert Bartnitz in a camp near Fort Hays, Kansas, wrote about food. Bartnitz was captain of Lieutenant Colonel George Custer's cavalry during the Indian Wars. We were very poorly provided with the comforts of life. The evening after we started, my cook made the discovery that my box of provisions, canned fruit, butter, baker's bread, had by mistake been put in the wrong wagon and was left behind! Exclamation point! I was fortunate enough to be invited to mess with a brother officer of the squadron, whose bill of fare, however, was not very choice. What an asshole. Consisting mainly of hard bread and bacon, with an occasional can of preserved meats, chicken or turkey. Turkey! And green peas. However, we managed to subsist in some fashion on buffalo meat and some other game as the country afforded. I'm sorry, Captain Albert Bartnitz. Fucking 1860s, this guy fucking checks his bag and they realize that his food was in the wrong wagon and he's just complaining that his fucking other brother officer offered him bread, bacon, and cans of meats and peas and buffalo meat and it wasn't good enough? What was in your goddamn package? Caviar? Albert Bartnitz? Barnitz? Show me this douche. Show me Barnitz. He's a nobody, right? This can't be. Watch him be like a true American hero. Here he is. Let's see what this guy looks like. Oh, yeah, this guy's definitely a tool. Oh, it was amazing. He fell off his horse. This mission was a complete success, but proved nearly fatal to Bartnitz, whose horse slipped and fell on him, causing severe injuries that included a broken jaw. Yeah. Well, maybe he was cranky then. He's from New Jersey? Of course he is. Died on July 18th in Asbury Park, New Jersey, from the effects of a growth that formed around the old wound. Yeah, he died in Asbury Park. Is there like a fucking Albert Bartnitz statue down there? Asbury Park's not far from where we shoot this show in New Jersey. Shout out AP. I didn't see that coming. Albert Bartnitz. Get on it, hipsters. Use that as a band name. AP will love it. Hardtack. My last U.S. rations. Hardtack and deficiency disease. Some of the soldiers in the 1860s in Kansas who had only hardtack, bacon, and coffee to eat for weeks at a time were afflicted with scurvy, a disease caused by dietary deficiency. Captain Bartnitz wrote in May 1867, "The scurvy is very bad at camp now. Not less than 75 cases being reported, all for want of a proper diet. And the men are perfectly crazy for canned fruits or fresh vegetables." don't know what that means. Vitamin C was a deficient nutrient in this diet. Oh, wow. What the hell is that? What's this guy doing? Soldiers often soaked hardtack in water, then fried it with bacon. Yeah, okay. Well, of course. Classic MRE move. Everyone knows that. Just gonna keep eating this popcorn to be as annoying as possible. Very production forward here. All right, so hardtack is essentially flour with salt and like a pinch of water just to make it hard so you can just eat flour later. I mean, it's garbage. Yeah, imagine like the worst cracker of your life that was left out and is stale. Here's an interesting part. Interesting. Supplying food to soldiers at far western forts and to men on the march was a big problem. The mule-drawn army wagons moved slowly, and sometimes men were without enough food. At established forts in eastern Kansas, supplying food was easier. Sometimes the menus were very complete and the food expertly cooked. Rebecca Richmond went with the Custers to an officer's dinner in Fort Leavenworth in 1870. She wrote down all the foods, but said she ate only a little of each course. So here's the course that Custer's crew would eat. In the 1870s, first course consisted of soup, second of fish, third of turkey and oysters with a great variety of vegetables. The fourth of birds and veal with jellies and pickles. The fifth of ham and salad. The sixth of charlotte russe, ice cream, blancmange, and cake concluding with nuts, oranges, and coffee. I mean, that sounds nice. Charlotte russe, which apparently, I don't know what it is. I think I've heard that name before. Oh, stop eating while talking. What are you doing? About 150 years ago, white sugar became easier to buy. From Queen Victoria in England to some settlers in the new state of Kansas, people began to eat more sweets. Charlotte russe was a popular dessert invented by a French cook. Of course, the French. It was served at a fancy dinner party at Fort Leavenworth in 1870. And a wedding breakfast at the White House in 1874 was a popular dessert elsewhere. All right, what we got? Milk, unflavored gelatin, cold water, eggs, sugar, salt, grated line of lemon juice, lady fingers, and heavy cream. Not my kind of dessert. Sorry, guy. Cowboys and chuck wagons. I mean, you get the point of this. This is a 50 pages of this bullshit. We're not even halfway through here. I thought the coursing thing for Custard's meal was interesting. We're not just going to read this. This isn't fucking history class. There's sauerkraut. There's some German shit in here. They talk about watermelon pickles, Mennonite watermelon pickles, Swedish settlers, Swedish fruit soup. You can just Google food in Kansas PDF. Find this on your own. They had something called beef rolls I thought about making. That's interesting. Foods on Kansas farms. I don't know. But back to pancakes. They're just, they're just looping all around here. There's something else, though, I'm told Kansas is good for. It's called a B-Rock? I want to say it's Polish B-Rock. Let me get a video on this. I'd like to, because I haven't researched it much. I was going to make this, but I did not. Obviously, I did make a burger, though. B-Rock is one delicious sandwich you've probably never heard of. Well, the all-American German snack. Could we play this video? Well, we have an ad. We could kill the ad. We kill the ad volume. Yeah, let's watch this video from 10 Best. A B-Rock is meant for the peckish. Swallow a thin layer. It's a thin layer of dough. I'll show you before we go anywhere. Maybe don't do this show when you're starving so you're not constantly grazing on the food in front of you, dude. So it looks like a burger, but it's not. It's actually like, I don't know how to even explain it. It looks like it's a dough. There it is. It's a dough that's wrapped with like ground beef and onion and other shit in it. I'm sure there's many varieties. It looks like a donut. I don't know what the hell we're doing out there. I want to say it's Polish. Maybe it's German. Oh boy, here come the pop-ups. Jesus Christ, what do you get for going to a news site? What is this? Oh, I don't want to hit play, I'm afraid. Is the ad over? The ad's over. Here we go. All right, cool. All right, kill the music. We're going to watch this B-Rock segment. Hit me with that beautiful B-Rock footage. I'm probably saying it wrong. There we go. A local favorite.
A B-Rock is like a sandwich that has ground beef, mustard, some spices.
Okay, so I was right. It's a sandwich-esque kind of thing. Mustard and spices. I did not know that.
cabbage in it. And it's kind of put in like a little pocket.
Prost. B-Rocks. Okay. M&M B-Rock is serving a few hundred B-Rocks daily. Well, you know what that means. Show me M&M B-Rock. Are they open? Can I call them? Is it a restaurant? Of course they're closed today. What the hell is open in Kansas? What the hell are you guys doing? How do you conduct business? How many of these things a day are people eating? Like, realistically?
We just put a lot of, you know, stuff in our beer rock, more
Yeah.
than like the other companies does. It's easy to eat. You can eat it on the go.
Mary, let me ask you while I got you on the phone, you know, what do you put in your B-Rocks? You know, what's the thing that makes yours really unique, Mary?
We just put a lot of, you know, stuff in our beer rock, more than like
Okay, like, do you put like a normal amount or more?
the other companies does.
Oh, more than the other companies? Okay.
Easy to eat.
Tell me about the B-Rock. Is it hard to eat?
It's easy to eat.
Oh, that's good.
You can eat it on the go.
Can I eat it on the go, though? Mary, can I eat it on the go?
You can eat it on the go.
Oh, okay, that's good.
You can freeze them beautiful. You can.
Let me ask you something. If I wanted to buy a bunch and I wanted to, like, you know, hold on to them for a minute, what would I do? Could I put them in the fridge? Could I freeze them? Are they beautiful?
You can freeze them beautiful. You
Okay, that's good, Mary. Thank you.
can do anything.
I mean, if I wanted to, you know, freeze them, what else can I do with them afterwards?
Do anything.
Oh, that's cool. All right, great.
We have people drive up here and said that we just drove up to get the smell because it smells like Grandma's house.
You know, let me ask you, when you have customers come, Mary, to M&M's B-Rock, you know, what do people say? What's the most commonly ordered thing there? What keeps you in business?
We have people drive up here and said that we just drove up to get the smell because it smells like Grandma's house.
Oh, so you're running a business and you're just letting people drive up and smell things for free? How do you stay in business, Mary?
We have people drive up here and said that we just drove up to get the smell because it smells like Grandma's house.
Oh, okay. You just give away the smell for free. Yeah, that's good. Okay, Mary. Yeah. Ah, what a great guest. Thank you, Mary, everybody. Thanks for calling, Mary. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the show. Okay. Kansas. Anyway. All right. I mean, so that's what the B-Rocks are. I guess that's like a thing. You know, I don't know. Kansas, you don't got much going on. I'm going to be honest with you. The best thing I found in Kansas was the Good Shepherd Conservatory. This guy's doing great work. You know, I don't know what else to say. Well, I just want to plug this dude because I think Kansas is all about farming. I love to eat. We're trying to find the best food shit going. I think this dude's killing the game out there. You know, he's keeping these heritage breeds alive. I don't know what else to say. You know, Frank Reese, world-renowned standard-bred poultry breeder and farmer out of Lindsborg, Kansas. Great. Well, we're going to read an article on Frank Reese. I don't think we need to do that. Heritage poultry, let's do it. Heritage poultry breeder Frank Reese has been hatching a plan to build the Good Shepherd Institute for over 2 decades. Not one, but 2. Now, with help from Mass Design Group, goddamn ads, his plan has moved one big step closer to reality. I mean, how do you not trust this guy? Look at this guy. You're going to tell me, you're going to listen to me tell you this is some of the best turkey you get your hands on, and look at this guy's picture and not buy his turkeys? If you're that kind of person that's going to look at this guy, not support this guy's love and passion for turkey, and not believe me, turn off, stop watching, and don't come back. We don't need you. You're not the kind of people we need. Beat it. Go get White Castle. Go have a turkey burger at White Castle or one of those fucking surf and turf things they sell out there. That's right, White Castle has surf and turf burgers. Did you know that? You should know that. Surf and turf from White Castle. Look at this disgusting piece of garbage. This is what you should be eating if you're not supporting that. This is exactly what you should go get right now. That's what you should eat. That's a White Castle surf and turf. You're gonna look at this guy and tell me you don't want to support him by going to heritagefoods.com and buying Frank Reese's Good Shepherd poultry with your hard-earned bucks, supporting proper raising of heritage breeds in America. Then you go to White Castle and you eat this garbage. That's what you get. And I hope you choke on it. Not really, but you get the gist of what we're saying here. Support the goods. Leave the bads at home. All right, so this guy's great. I don't know what else to say. We can't blow him up anymore. What else we got going on here? Pancake flat. Oh, there's a grasshopper church. Cute. Let's look at that. There's always dumb, corny shit in these states. Built during the grasshopper plague of 1874. You know, I look up all this Kansas stuff, and everything is from the 1800s. Nothing apparently good has happened in 200 years there. The first United Methodist Church in Hutchinson has thousands of grasshoppers mixed into its foundation. Wow! Who cares? Where is it? Can I look at it? Or they're just in there? They're just in here. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Every fucking building probably has a bunch of grasshoppers in it. What the fuck? Kansas, you're reaching. God damn it. What state is next week? Holy shit. The geographic center of the United States. Oh, we said that already. 2 miles northwest of Lebanon, Kansas. Okay. All right, let's try calling a couple more places. I don't know. I'm sick of reading dumb facts. I need to talk to somebody out in Kansas City. Can we get a brewery? I feel like we're not going to get the good vibes like we got last week. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if it's my energy right now. You know? Let's call some people in Kansas City and see what's going on here. Let's call Red Crow Brewing Company. All right. Looks like they're open. And really what I want to know more about why Kansas City could be shared between 2 states. That's what I'm looking to know more about. But of course, we're going to learn a little bit about the brew. Let's click it first and check their website. Let's get a little familiar. Jesus Christ. Cold call is one thing, but, you know. At least say, you know what's going on. Jesus. Oh, I've seen this this layout here before. Oh, they have food. We said we weren't going to call places with food because they're going to be busy. Is it food truck or food? Food trucks. Yeah, good. Yeah, no, this is what we want. All right, let's call these people. What kind of beers you got? Let me guess. You got an IPA. Ah, shocking. There it is. All right, let's just call them. Red Crow Brewing Company. Kansas City, Kansas.
Red Crow, how can I help you?
How you doing? I'm doing a show on Kansas, and I had a couple questions about Kansas and Kansas City, and I thought calling a brewery would be a good idea. Do you have a minute?
Give me just one moment.
Yeah, no problem. This never goes well. Let me check with my manager. Not one manager will approve of this. This is going to be a disastrous day for cold calls. All right, enough. What kind of beers we got here? Annie, German, alt beer, Brenda Sue. Loretta, Kansas Lager. Tell me anything about it? Just the picture? Okay.
Our owner is actually not in today, but I can give you her email address if you'd like to email her, and she'd be the one for you to talk to.
That's okay. I have it on the website. I don't need to get the email. That's fine. Can I just ask you a question real quick? I just had a question about Kansas City.
Sure.
Are you from Kansas?
I'm from Missouri.
Okay, you're from Missouri. So I'm just curious, how could Kansas City be between two states? How does that work? Does that bother you being from Missouri but being in Kansas at the same time?
Well, they're two totally different cities.
But it looks like one big city.
Kansas City, Missouri was established before the state of Kansas was even...
See, I didn't know that. I'm looking and I'm wondering how Kansas could share Kansas City, but you're telling me it's Missouri and Kansas is just getting...
Yeah, no, they're two different cities.
Interesting, because it looks like one big city from what I'm looking at on the map. But okay, fair enough. All right, good to know. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
She was kind of nice. I mean, she just missed it. They're two different cities. I don't know. It looks like the same city to me. Am I wrong? Red Crow Brewing Company is in Kansas, no? Did we just call the wrong state? Did we just call the wrong state? It's in Kansas. We didn't call the wrong state. Don't tell me they're confused. Don't tell me she commutes from another state to this brewery and she's telling me it's two different cities. They're disillusioned out there, I believe, is the word we're looking for. Where is it different? Where is it different? I need somebody. I gotta talk to somebody out here. This is Kansas City. There's only one Kansas City. This is Kansas City. Right here. Here's Missouri. Here's Kansas. It's split. You can't tell me. Is there another Kansas City on the other side of Kansas I don't know about? That's not how this works, right? Kansas City. There's only one. It's right here. Yeah, there's Kansas City, Missouri, right? Okay. Now Kansas City, Kansas. And that's over here. The river is what cuts it. Okay, we've learned. Did we see it? I found it. Detective work has uncovered it. We have Kansas City here. What is this, the Arkansas River, I'm assuming? Missouri River. Why would it be the Arkansas River? Dude, get your shit right. Kansas City, there it is, the Missouri River. Now, Kansas City, Missouri, Mo. Is it Mo? Yeah. Is on the west side of the river and the straight line down. The river kind of makes sense. How does this line get dictated? All right, here's literally the state line. Can we find a business on the state line that we can call? Scanning. That's a restaurant. Oh, coffee? Coffee place is good. Hi Hat Coffee. Coffee shop. Please be open. Closed, of course. The Kansas side really likes to stay closed on their Sundays. They love the church. This is literally the line. My neighbor could live in Missouri and I could live in Kansas. I just want to call these homes. Recording studio. Antiques and consignment. Closed today, of course. I'm not calling Missouri. I'm calling Kansas. We're in Kansas. We're calling Kansas people. Closed today. Closed today. Glad we picked a great day for this. We're just cruising the road. Twin City Tavern. This is on the Missouri side. Bet you they're open. Of course they're open. Missouri likes to do business. Kansas likes to fucking sleep on Sundays. Sorry, that was a little harsh. Also language. Not calling a funeral home. Even I have morals. How about a cafe and a hospital? Well, that seems moralic. Moralic? Oh, boy. That seems moralful. Good morals? What's the word, dude? Jesus. Eat breakfast. Boulevard Brewing. I mean, we're riding the line here. I'm just not seeing anything that's really open. We call a bank? Call a gas station? Oh, man. All right, one more call, and then I'm done with Kansas. You put Kansas away. I see a clip there. I gotta watch the clip right now. Scanning the state line. This is what we do. This is research. This is good. I'm not calling the Missouri side. We're only state. I want someone on the state line. Here we go. UPS customer center? No. We know UPS people could be cranky. Give me someone on the state line. Okay, so this is the river. Kellogg's Kansas City Bakery. Closed. Jesus, Kansas. Jay's Fish and Chicken. No, it's a restaurant. We're not calling it a restaurant. We said we're not going to do that. Lounge 42. Closed. No. Okay, so there it is, guys. Nothing in Kansas is open. That's the big difference, Kansas City. That's why Missouri gets Kansas City. That's it. We figured it all out. Missouri gets to keep Kansas City because Missouri likes business, and Kansas City closes. Why? Because they love the Wizard of Oz and church and, basketball, apparently. I don't even know what else to say. I really wanted to get down to the Kansas City stuff. I wanted to learn a little bit about Kansas as a whole, but this feels like, I feel like we've learned nothing. I've learned nothing about Kansas. I couldn't find anyone to talk to me about Kansas. No one in Kansas has any Kansas passion. Kansas is a passionless state full of, oh, that's not true. There's one man. This man has huge passion in Kansas. This is the one man I wanted to talk to. Frank Reese himself. This is Kansas right here. Support Kansas, support Frank Reese and his mission to get great turkey. Everything else in Kansas is garbage. I don't know what else to say. Support Frank Reese. Go to heritagefoods.com and buy his poultry products. The turkey's goddamn delicious. You'll be supporting America, supporting American innovation and good farming practices and good eating. Also, this whiskey's good. Union Horse Distilling Reunion Straight Rye Whiskey. Their bourbon's tasty. Is it made with Kansas goods? No. Should you run out and buy it? Let's be honest. They didn't want to join in the show? No. It's not that great. It's fine. Kansas, I don't know what you're doing. All these other states get so much love, but Kansas, you just didn't want to come to the table. You just didn't want to talk. I know you're busy. It's Sunday. It's church day. You got the White Castle to get to. Let's call the White Castle out there. That's the last thing. We're going to call some Kansas White Castle. I was going to end the show, but we're going to call White Castle in Kansas. If I can spell Kansas right. Why is it going to New Jersey? Stop defaulting. Give me a White Castle in Kansas. Right here. Oh, asshole face. I'm very frustrated. You know, I came in with great hopes. I didn't really want to, like, poo-poo the state, but this is where we are now. We're calling goddamn White Castles. Give me a White Castle in Kansas City. Can you do that for me, Kansas? Jesus Christ, the one state where they make it, they don't even have one there. God damn, this state's annoying. How is there not a White Castle in Kansas where they made goddamn White Castle? What are you doing out there? Jesus Christ. Did I spell White Castle right? What world is this? Holy shit, man. I mean, there's not even one out here. They're not even worth my time. I don't know, Kansas. I didn't expect you to be the biggest letdown yet, but this is the biggest letdown yet. You're giving me nothing. You made White Castle and you have no White Castles. I don't know what else there is to say. Kansas City's named after you, but Missouri actually started it, and they own most of it. I don't know what else to say. I've had enough Kansas. That's what I gotta say. What's next week? Frustrating. Week 16, Kansas is in the bag. Lock it up, Kansas. Week 17. Week 17, Kentucky. Oh, what's that chat? Last White Castle in Kansas closed in 1938. Jesus Christ. Next week, we're going to Kentucky. That's right. Week 17 brings us to Kentucky. And guess what? I didn't plan this, but the Kentucky Derby is literally this week. We got to work that in there somehow. Kentucky, we got Kentucky Fried Chicken, we got bourbon, we're going to talk to some great Kentucky people. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be at least 7 times better than Kansas, without a doubt. In fact, if I just bought a bucket of KFC and sat here and ate it and talked to you about the 7 or 13 herbs and spices that jackass puts in his chicken, and I guessed each one, that would be better than anything Kansas has ever done. Except for this man, Frank Reese. Savior of Kansas and savior of the birds. Frank Reese, All-American. The Mecca of heritage poultry. Good Shepherd Conservatory himself, Frank Reese. Go to heritagefoods.com. Buy Frank Reese's poultry. Support what's left and good in America with ranchers like him doing the right thing. Kansas, you let me down. You probably let a lot of people down. You're like you know what? Maybe you didn't let us down. Maybe you're like, I don't know. You're like that, like the family member. I'm trying to think of the states as like a family, right? And like the Kansas is like the, you know, I don't know. I just don't know. You're giving me nothing. I don't know what you are. Kansas, I don't know, dude. I don't know. You let me down, Kansas. Your flag kind of stinks, too. All right? Boo. We'll see you next week when we go to Kentucky. Expect bourbon and probably some fried chicken. See you next week.